blame Steve Jobs for this quickie. One fallacy in political discussions we can't seem to get away from is the Love Canal fallacy. This is when someone looks at a problem, blames the free market, and uses it to justify government intervention when the problem was actually caused by government intervention in the first place. The name comes from a famous incident near Niagara Falls where the evil corporation Hooker Chemical contaminated a canal with toxic waste, displacing numerous families from their homes, which proves the need for government to step in. Except, that isn't how it happened. Hooker did a proper disposal of the waste, sealing it in metal barrels covered by thick layers of clay. And part of that means you can't build on the property. The city of Niagara Falls and the US Army also used it as a dump site. The city of Niagara Falls then wanted to build a school district on it. Hooker, who owned the property, wouldn't let them because of the dangers. The city threatened to take the property through eminent domain. Hooker then agreed to sell the property to the city for $1 with a deed restriction that it be used for park purposes only, never to build buildings. The city ignored it. They built the school district and the homes, which had not existed before. Then the problems came, and Hooker, not the city, was given the blame. Hooker, which at that point had become Occidental Chemicals, was forced to pay the EPA $129 million. Probably the biggest example recently is healthcare. The current narrative is that healthcare was a free market before Obamacare, which is why Obama had to come in and save it from the horrors the free market had made of it. Except there hadn't been anything resembling a free market in healthcare for over 50 years. Previously, one of the things people had complained about was the free market creating those horrible HMOs, when HMOs were a creation of Congress with the 1973 HMO Act. Another example is the housing crisis. In the mid-aughts, when it looked like everything was going great, the narrative was, "See how wonderful government has made things? Isn't it great we didn't listen to those kooky free market people?" Then, after the housing bubble that they deliberately created burst, they said, "Hey, look at what those horrible free market people did!" Anytime some statist blames the free market for something, remember the Love Canal fallacy. And do your own research to make sure he's correct, because he probably isn't.